Hello everybody, The Last Planeswalker here, and another video. So I want to apologize first of all for the lack of content in the last 3 weeks. I am behind on all the content I want to make. Oko Planeswalker review, Vraska Planeswalker review, some combos, which I'm going to showcase a combo in this video soon, but I'll show you that in a minute. The reason for that is I've had some trouble with my internet, so I've not been able to do much recording. I can play because my data allows me, but it doesn't allow me to record and upload because uploads usually take about 5 hours, which is annoying. So anyway, in this video, I'm going to give you some 4 secret tips that you may or may not know that will help you with the game. So tip 1, we're going to have a look in story mode. Now, when you play Puzzle Quest for the first time, you'll notice that story mode is your basic tutorial. What you don't maybe know is that if you play through all of the chapters, you'll have these little challenges: Burst, Protector, and Color Challenge. Now, as you can see here, I haven't completed this one yet. You can get gold, ruins, and gold. So if you're really short on gold, working your way through story mode can actually really help you along the way. And a really cool little thing while we're here for a color challenge is you need to beat planeswalkers of each of the 5 colors to win. So you could technically play I'm going to say, I think it's Tamiyo, so blue, white, green, and then just play an Angrath, which is black and red. So 2 planeswalkers, and they will net you the color objective, and you just work through it, and you can get yourself a nice little bit of gold. For newer players, this is a really good way of stocking up gold before you jump into events. Now, I will warn you, with the color challenge, colorless walkers do not count. You actually need to use a walker with one of these colors. If you try and run Karn or Ugin, it will not count. So sadly, you will have to play with these with planeswalkers you own. Now, that is a really good segue on to planeswalkers for our tip number 2. So we'll go to the vault, and you'll see, for example, you want Jaya Fiery Negotiator. So you click on the info, go to abilities, and you'll see that they're all basically the starter abilities. So they haven't even reached level 60. And this is kind of hard to determine how this planeswalker is going to work at level 60. You have the passive, which is really nice, but other than that, you can't really tell what level 60 mana bonuses are going to be or abilities. But a really good workaround is if you go to profile and then you click change profile, you'll see all these planeswalkers. And right now we see that Jaya is in the store. So we'll click on Jaya, and boom, we have her level 60, pretty much all of her abilities. So now you can really get a good idea of mana bonuses and all her abilities. And this is, now there's only one planeswalker not added to this yet, and that is the new Guff. But all planeswalkers are available here. You can see their passives, level 60 abilities, and you can really even see what's in store. So you could check this randomly one day, and for example, let's go with Ugin, Spirit Dragonfire. I'm not too sure why he's only got 2 abilities. I thought he had 3. That could be a mistake, but it will come off if it's in the store or not. Okay, that usually has 3, so I'm not too sure why some of them don't have 3, but you can normally see what the level 60 abilities are for most of the walkers. It doesn't work for walkers you own, which makes sense. I'm unsure why they're missing all of them, but majority of your walkers, you could pretty much see the mana bonuses and the majority of their abilities, which you could also do this with cards, which is kind of handy if it will work. So if you just want to look through card lists and see what different cards do without going through searching, you just click on it and scroll through. And that will actually bring us to our 3rd point of view: searching cards. Now, thankfully, Webcore have added some really nice filters for standard, new, non-mastered, full art, blah, 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 blah. Really good ways to hone it down. So we're going to go to standard, And let's say there's an objective where you require toughness 5. So if you type in the word toughness and then put 5 and then click apply, if it was going to work for me today because it's running a bit slow. Okay, there we go. You can see walkers, Serpentine Bush. You can see that it's going to make their toughness 5/5. This one shows you its abilities can get up to 5/5, and then it will also highlight ones like Phyrexian Prorector, Phyrexian Horror, and Juggernaut, all with 5/5. And the reason that is you could pretty much type in anything to make it easier. So enter the battlefield. Okay, enter the battlefield, apply, and you see all the cards that have enter the battlefield effects. And now this is a really good tip if you find a new card and you want to combo it. So we'll check Galter. When this creature enters the battlefield, convert 15 gems to green. Okay, so you could then look through your cards to see what would work with enter the battlefield. You can look at the rarities as such. Blossom Turtles. When this creature enters the battlefield, it does such and such effect. So really, the search function can really, if you experiment, you can really find different things. Power 6, we've got power 6 creature, and for some reason it's not showing me power 6. I must not have any power 6s. Yes, that's right, I don't have many power 6s, so it's going to bring up Imperial Hellcat anyways, but this is the closest it can give me because I don't have power 6s. Let's try another random phrase. Let's see. 5 mana. Apply. And then we'll go to the... wow. It doesn't show me all the ones I have for 5 mana. So I will admit, it's a bit of a search engine. Looks cool. It's a bit of a hit and miss system. You're not always going to get the cards you want. But sometimes when you... there's a show all cards function as well. That just makes it easy to show all the cards that you have and you don't have. And apparently, I have a lot of cards. Which is wild. I don't remember having this many cards. But it's a really good way of, if you pull a card and you want to find a combo, just experiment with the different search functions and see what you can find. You can even search for Outlaw now. If I can spell Outlaw right. Apply. And boom. Every card that is going to go off Outlaw will work. So, Rogue, 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 Pirate. So, really for those objectives where you need Outlaw-based decks, just type the word Outlaw in, and you'll have basically everything that will go along the Outlaw system. It's the same, I believe, with Party, which was a older mechanic. It doesn't actually, which is kind of interesting, but I think that's because I actually don't know. It may be just something like Webcore's coded, so you will have to experiment. So it's a good little tip, just so you can experiment with different cards and find where you're going. Now, the last tip is my favorite. Those tips are nice little ways to navigate the systems. You know, you've got ways to earn gold, ways to check out walkers, and ways to find cards. 3 kind of decent steps to doing anything really in this game. But the 4th step is the most important. That's why I've left it for number 1, the last tip that could really save your bacon if you need it to. First of all, we're going to find a specific walker, because I also want to showcase a sneaky combination. So on the screen, we're versing Kilroy, which I believe is in one of the Discord servers. I'll have to search that. So in the screen, you would naturally press fight and you jump into the battle. However, if you click the player's name, Kilroy, and it will load up the profile. And when it loads up the profile, you kind of get one or two things that's kind of helpful. If you're a new player looking for coalitions, when it loads, I don't want to jump the gun. Here we go. The first one is, if you're looking for a coalition, you can see what coalition this person's in, and if you think they're a really good player, you could jump them into them. You can see the levels, so you could maybe search for Retirement 1 if it's open. I don't think it is. You can see the card levels, how good they are, the level. But what you're really interested about and it doesn't always work, is the favorite decks. Because when you, let's just go to my deck a sec. When you go to your decks, you can usually press the star icon to favorite your deck. And when you favorite a deck, let's go back to Kilroy, it will appear on your screen. Now, it doesn't always work, but it's vital as a step in major events. Training ground doesn't really matter because you're going to get random decks tested anyways, but in major events like Coalition or Lost Caverns of Ixalan events that you really need to play for like gold or resources, you go in here and you look at the favorite decks and you click on one, so Omniscience, and you can see his Omniscience deck, which is absolutely evil. It's an Omniscience, Heartbeast, Reshmi, Word of Invention to keep fetching Omniscience. To play the Gatewatch will always fetch the creatures. Approach the Second Sun's going to melt you anyways. But once you know this deck, you could then go back and retweak your deck to counter it. Let's look at this one. This is his Teferi Chrome TKR bottom node break the Power Stone. So this is break the Power Stone deck for bottom node. So you can see how it works. Jace, Atraxa, Voids, removal. That gives him extra turns. Cameo War for removal. Ambiguity was just going to lock your game down. Black Hole Serpent and Atraxa were just really good synergy. So now you know all this, you'll know you need some good Vanguard removal for Tamiyo and Jace. Some good, maybe disable spells for Blade Coil and Atraxa. Especially with meeting the 5, that's always going to fetch Atraxa and Blade Coil and Tamiyo. And then you could essentially just build around it to go ahead. So he hasn't favorited any decks for green. So he's probably going to be running Ghalta, Turtle, and Atraxa. That's majority of green decks these days. But I do want to showcase a Ghalta deck inside this video, because people are using Ghalta with Atraxa at the moment, which isn't a problem. Ghalta, Atraxa, and Turtle is a fine combo. But what if I told you there was an even nastier combo out there? And this is what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to showcase the deck because we're going to do more of a deck video on it another day. But right now we're just going to play the match and we're going to showcase it in... Oh, he's using Cityscaper. Yeah, Titan of Industry. I actually didn't expect him to be using Titan of Industry. It's kind of an annoying card to face usually, but I'm pretty sure we could get around it. We'll go for a 5 swap, get something extra turn. Let's see, we'll go black here. No, but we will move Breach the Multiverse and a Ghalta. And once this gets a cooking, we should be a little bit more safe. So we'll go Breach Multiverse first, Ghalta second, go for a loyalty match, which gets us into red. We can then try and take down Titan of Industry, but shield counter obviously means that it wasn't an instant win. So we'll drop that. Breach Multiverse, we're going to get Rakdos the Muscle first. I'm just going to fetch Blossom and Toys just to steal Rakdos again. Fetch Lil and the Guild Pact. As it's the last card, we'll be able to destroy some gems just to get some cheeky I forgot the word now. Cheeky gem conversion. So it's another Titan of Industry, some life, but it's not going to get the shield counter, which is fine. So we're going to move Gitrog up next to Ghalta Stampede. Go for a black match, draw Ghalta, get some lovely gem conversion. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drop Gitrog to get rid of the turtle. Boom. And then drop some cards we need. And this is where it gets fun. We're then going to destroy Ghalta and draw 15 cards. But we can only draw 6, so it's going to fill our hand with 6. We're then going to convert gems. And we're also going to get 15 mana because of Rakdos. And that's it. We've just got a full hand for next turn shenanigans. What's he dropping? Kami War. Okay, that gets rid of our Vanguard. That's fine. We can let's put Gitrog to the top. We've got a full hand, so we're going to make another swap. Drop down Gitrog. Not now. This is shipments. We'll get Laying on the Guild Pack just for land conversion. We won't destroy anything. Titan Brawler. So hopefully we can bring back Golta. We can. So Golta comes back, converts, which conversion is always fun. We're going to say not now. Learn Guild Pact. And here we go. And then we same again. We destroy Golta. Draw a handful again. We're not going to trigger the overflow. Golta's going to convert gems, die. We're going to get 15 mana because of Rakdos. Okay, our support has been destroyed, which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll drop Curse of Predation just because I like its +4 buff. It's going to give everything. Plus we can just destroy the wolf tokens next turn anyways, just for drawing conversion again. So we'll go up, fill our hand again, surveil 3, we'll surveil them all, perfect, Rakdos drops, Gibblant Thing, Typhlar, so we'll go for an 18 hit, destroy that, we'll draw 10 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We'll then convert gems to green because of the colour on the token. We'll then get some mana back because of Rakdos. And now we've got Golta again. Our support's going to boost us up. And essentially that's going to be game, set, and match. There is no way Greg's going to be able to come back from this. Let's be realistic. We'll give it to Gitrog. We'll go for a 5 swap. Drop down a Golta. Everything goes kaboom. Then we go kaboom for a full hand. See, everyone brings Atraxa and Turtle to the room when we say Golta, but there is kind of a lot more fun you can do with Golta if you know what you're doing. Get rid of them lot. Destroy that. Bridge the multiverse. I want to drop another Gitrog or a Rakdos. Yeah. Really don't want another Golta at the moment, but we are trying to put as much power up as we can. Let's do Curse Predation just to give everything a bit more boost because we may have destroyed the token. And then we're going to, as I say, that's probably game. Yeah, that's game. So we're just going to destroy that again. That will draw us a full hand and get us 30 gems converted. Will it? Yes. So that's a whole board of converted gems to fill a hand for the next turn and win. Will I showcase the deck? Not today, no. I will try and show the deck after I've done some other reviews, but I really just wanted to showcase this technique of favorite decks can help you win or tweak decks to make it a little bit better, but there's no point jumping into a training camp match and not actually trying to verse anything. And I think showcasing this deck is a little preview to what I'm cooking and how annoying this will be to face, because with Gitrog and Rakdos, whenever something is destroyed, you're going to get mana either way. Let's just get a new match quickly and see if we can actually predict our next opponent's deck. So it's Marshall, he's playing Koth. Same steps again. We'll go to loading profile. Loading. Is it froze? Please don't freeze on me. Okay, he hasn't any favorite deck, so that's kind of a nuisance. No favorite decks, it means you can't really predict the movements. But Normally you can, and it will help you in the long run. I hope these tips do help you get more out of the game, and I should be back with more content as soon as possible. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.